Hey everyone, welcome to the inventory. I'm Zuja, and I'm joined by Andrew and SPNatI, and our special guest, Yuri Space Pirate. So introduce yourself.
Hello. Yeah, I spoke over you there, but we don't have the time for another take. So I'm a person, and I do stuff sometimes for the game. Most notably, I did Q from Honey Pop, which was a fun time for everyone involved, me. And I guess
she's very popular.
Yeah, apparently. I was not expecting the popular response she got.
Are you shitting me? You weren't expecting her to be popular?
Yeah, I was genuinely surprised, especially
Crippling self-doubt.
Yeah, I mean, I was sort of cruising by on popularity, but I didn't expect her to be like, she's fourth in the popularity poll right now.
I mean, like, she's iconic in anime titty games.
Yeah, I suppose it's the same sort of thing that Zontan has carried on in terms of being a recognizable face in the genre.
Of anime titty.
Yeah.
The best genre.
But I've also done some other behind-the-scenes work. I do some proofreading for things, and I've done things that have mostly gone sort of uncredited. I did Zontan's epilogue, her dinner date epilogue.
I kind of had the feeling you did that.
Of course I did. Well, there's nightmare fuel. Who else could
retweet that?
Yeah. That was retweeted. And I also did Diva's Valentine's Day alternate skin.
I didn't know that existed.
Yeah, it's based on the cruiser outfit from the Overwatch anniversaries. Sort of Americana-styled thing. And I also did the first half of Ochako's epilogue, which, if you've not unlocked, you should unlock it. It's a fun time that we're all going to enjoy.
I haven't actually unlocked it yet.
It's an experience.
Yeah, I know that much. Seeing as how,
especially if you haven't seen the show, you're going to totally understand what's happening.
Oh yeah, I mean, even if you have seen the show, it's spoilers for the manga, which is further ahead. So,
but I'm caught up on the manga, so I'm fine. I'm good. I got that. Also, you're a mod on the Discord. Why didn't you mention that?
Oh yeah, I mean,
how we all met.
Yeah, I like to pretend that doesn't happen. Well, I mean, not to like other people. I mean, I just like to pretend to myself sometimes that I don't have to moderate these fucking animals.
But then why'd you ask to be a mod?
You're one to talk, Yuri.
Yeah, alright. So I post some cursed shit, but it's nothing that breaks the rules, because I make the rules. I am the Senate.
Didn't you do, like, the posing for Ochako? And, like, the model for Gwen?
I did the model for Ochako. I also did the models that Gwen uses, although they were posed by Enmasp and Frost, respectively.
Yeah. Give yourself some credit.
Yeah.
I always forget about Gwen, because it was actually just like a concept model, but then people liked it so much that they went with it.
So, let's take a look at the... Oh. Yeah? No? Okay. Let's go look at the testing tables, because there's, I think, 2 new characters on it. Well, there's going to be another one, eventually. Because Andrew's an asshole, but...
Yeah, we'll let Andrew talk about that once we've talked about new additions.
Yeah. Right now we got Rainbow Mika from Street Fighter, made by Medalitar, the talented Medalitar and Andrew.
Am I not talented?
The talented apply to both. It's like in math,
My friend
when you have the number and then you have the bracket terms, it applies to both. You were in that bracket with Medalitar.
Yeah,
both talented.
He's the guy that made Chun-Li, by the way.
Yeah. He
also has a Faye Valentine from Cowboy Bebop. She's also on the testing table.
Yeah, she just appeared out of nowhere and started hitting us with quality shit. Like,
fucking that. Just showed up and slapped us in the face with a fistful of quality.
Oh yeah, he's totally into thick.
Yeah, and that's not a
My
bad
kind
thing.
of man.
That's the best kind, honestly. I played a few games with Mika. I played a few games with Mika. She's a lot of fun.
What'd you think of her?
Booty, slap. Great.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fucking
Hell
quality. Yeah, no. I haven't gotten her epilogue yet just because I just didn't get her epilogue yet. I'm really shitty at the game. To be fair, I choose to play characters in full tables. So, yeah. Next we have the other new edition is launch from the Dragon Ball series done by. Should I just say Niels, or should I actually try and read out the name he has on
Just
there?
go with Niels.
Niels, and SPNatI helped out too.
Yeah, I made her model, or at least most of it.
Yeah,
Although technically launch
It's
is
a
two
good
models.
model. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot of it. If I'm working on Ayla from Chrono Trigger, and they have the same hair.
I'm really hyped for her, by the way. She's the character you're making that I'm most hyped for. She's gonna be good.
Is she also gonna have a couple thousand lines of dialogue?
I hope so.
Yes,
Bunch
but
of
they're
ugly
going to be a lot
characters.
easier to write because she talks in broken English.
Nice.
Are you even gonna edit out the typos or anything?
Absolutely.
Well, they're not typos if it's her.
Yeah.
It saves you so much grief.
Did we ever? Okay, yeah.
But yeah,
Launch is really
she
good.
has- Launch has
haven't
really
played-
similar hair to what I'm going to do with Ayla. I'm pretty proud of that.
Nice.
Lots of hair pieces.
Yeah, I can tell that looks like it took
Yeah,
a fucking while.
Yeah, it's just to make her hair all bushy and messy.
Yeah, I like it. I'd let her break me. She's fun. I haven't played her too much yet. I played 2 games with her.
Yeah.
She's fun.
If
She's
you haven't seen Dragon Ball, Launch's thing is that whenever she sneezes, she changes from either nice and demure to totally violent and shooting people.
She goes between Nagisa and Revi, basically.
Yeah, that's a good way to put
Sliding
it.
Scale.
Yeah. Did we talk about Mihiru? I think we did. Last
We
episode.
can talk about her again.
I think we
Yeah.
touched on her, but yeah, I would absolutely talk about Mihiru again.
I mean, of course you would. But
Oh,
Mihiru
right.
What's that supposed to mean?
Mahiro is one of those characters that's designed pretty much exclusively by and for lesbians, so I think that probably explains.
Yeah.
Hey, what am I? Chopped liver?
I liked her, and I'm not a lesbian.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying completely exclusively. I just mean there's a target audience, and you can tell.
Yeah, that's
Tenko
everyone
from
who has a
Danganronpa
heart and a
3.
soul. Everyone who's
Yeah,
alive
okay.
on this earth, who's into girls, loves Mihiru. And if you don't, then what the fuck is wrong with you? Basically.
You're a coward.
Yeah, she's
yeah.
cute.
Mihiru was made by Cog and Johan. Johan was on here before. Cog was the first interview I did. And yeah, she's great. I love her a lot. She's one of my favorite characters from the Danganronpa series. Actually, no, she's my favorite character. My favorite female.
Oh, damn, your favorite.
Yeah, she was the first character I called my waifu.
Ever?
She's not my favorite.
'Cause you're a
but
coward.
we'll get to that later on, I think.
Of course you will. So yeah, I think that's the testing tables. We have some characters still on there that are pushing for sponsorship. And yeah.
Go sponsor our Mika. The sponsorship thread will be up soon.
Oh my god. You absolute madman. She's just
By
put
the
on.
time this
Yeah,
is
Andrew
out,
just cranks
won't it
them out.
be up? It'll be up by the
It's
time
okay.
we post this, right?
It'll be out in a couple hours.
Also, and might as well future-proof us. So we record these episodes in advance. This is probably the most recorded in advance. It's Wednesday right now. We post this on Sunday.
Don't date this.
Listen, I
we
need
have
to
to
put
say-
it as a
operation.
disclaimer so we don't look
by
like
the time
assholes.
you hear this, Andrew
Well,
will have
Anyway, yeah.
No.
character.
Let me announce
Let
this.
me
So
talk
by the
first.
time that
Let
this
me-
podcast is out,
I will be dead.
no, by
Let
the
me
time this
talk,
podcast
Andrew.
is out, Velma should be on the testing tables.
Slut. I wasn't done talking.
But wasn't Velma already in the game?
Yeah, but she's completely reworked because she was not that good.
She was.
Let's say ugly.
Let's let's not be.
Her dialogue is it was a little off.
She was a bit about a character.
She called every dick. She called it a bone like Scooby Doo, and I didn't like that, so I changed
Don't like that. Not one bit.
Okay, so.
She was
if you don't know,
definitely
the
needing a
Scooby-Doo
rework.
gang is like some of the earliest characters in the entire game.
Yeah, one guy made all of them by himself, but like I mean, it was very early on, and I don't want to disrespect the guy. It was very early on, you know. Everybody didn't really know what they were doing, but they were kind of off. They had weird looking faces and bodies, and the dialogue wasn't all there. They didn't even have 200 lines each. Each had about 150. So
I mean, it's quite hard to replicate like Western cartoons and
not really. Once you see Velma's new art, you'll be like, yeah, it looks just like the show.
Yeah. I mean, obviously it checks out. I mean, for people who aren't,
I don't think the
like
original art style is the problem, really. At least now it is.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh yeah.
I think
the
main problem
for those keeping track, right? Okay, so Fred and Daphne are still dead. Velma now has a rework, and Shaggy at least has El Shaggy Blanco.
That's not a rework. That was April Fool's joke.
Yeah, but he's better than the real Shaggy.
El Shaggy Blanco will outlive all of us. El Shaggy Blanco's forever. But yeah, no.
If you don't target El Shaggy Blanco, you're a coward.
Or, you know, you just don't want to fucking waste time writing El Shaggy Blanco lines.
There's no such thing as a wasted line.
That's
I mean that.
It's true. Anyway,
most of my characters are like half Kool-Aid Man and El Shaggy Blanco lines.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna do that from Jin because I have to do that because I'm writing every character.
Like
I want to see Waluigi in SPNatI, but all he does is he has like 10,000 lines, and they're all just targeted to Kool-Aid Man.
But he's banned. We've been over this. We can never have.
Now, old man.
I will stare God in the eyes, and I will walk backwards into hell. Joseph Cantel can't hold me back.
Joseph Cantel will come back and beat you to death.
I hope he does. I hope he comes to my house while I sleep, and he strangles me with my own pillowcase.
You can put Waluigi in the game, but you have to disguise him as Sans.
No, that's even worse. That's even worse.
If you add Sans Undertale to the game, you will be banned from all the servers
you
and
can't
all the
do
discussion
that.
We already have
and
Mettaton
possibly
and Chara.
IP blog.
You can't do that. You're not allowed to.
Does Sans break any rules? He has discernible human anatomy.
The only acceptable Undertale character is Muffet. That is the decree of public
What the
opinion.
fuck about, like, what about Undyne?
Therefore, the only one acceptable for this context.
What about Undyne?
I don't know anything about Undertale. This shit is going way over my head.
That's fair, Andrew. Anyway,
Muffet has 6 arms.
before Yuri speaks again, hey Andrew, so do you have any other? Let's talk a bit about your future projects. Let's talk more about Velma. How was that?
All right, so Velma. Here's a little backstory. So, somebody, which this happens all the time, and I encourage people to do this. Actually, if they can't finish a character but don't want to see him die, somebody made all of the images for Velma, but just for like personal use. And put the files up on the subreddit and asked people to finish the dialogue. And the art was just so damn good, I couldn't pass it up. It's probably the best in the game, in my opinion. But well, at least until Amelia's update hits the testing table.
Oh yeah,
but
it was definitely.
It's really well made. A lot of it is done in Photoshop, even small shit like her eyes and stuff. But so a lot of the important
her
shit,
eyes. It doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, it's small considering the grand scope of things, but I'm just saying, like, even small stuff like that you wouldn't even think about as Photoshop. But there are important things Photoshop, like her pubes and stuff. So she has some interesting pubes. They're different design.
Now you know Andrew's priorities in a woman. Eyes don't matter. Pubes matter.
Well, yeah. I mean, you know where I'm going to be looking, but
you're not going to stare them in the eyes.
Romantic.
But anyway,
stare them.
So yeah, she has a little over 600 lines, a lot of targeted lines, standard shit. But all of her dialogue is completely new. Nothing was kept from the old one. It was all erased and started over. Same with the images. So her original creator is actually not credited anymore because everything was completely remade. She's a completely different character now. I wouldn't even consider her a reworked character. She's really just a new character. Nothing about her is the same as before,
except for like the name and the source, basically.
Yeah, but all of her data and stuff is different.
Yeah, it's
so
really just stomping on the past.
The only thing is, and this is before she's gone live on the testing tables, and I really hope I'm wrong about this, but I think that she might have some criticism towards her because she's a little too sexual. I think people might say.
Maybe
she has a very unique masturbation pose or sequence.
I think
some of you might not like it.
Oh no!
I think I've seen that.
The thing is, if you describe it, if I was to say what it was, you would say that's fucking disgusting. But if you actually see it in the game, it makes sense. It's like, oh, it's
I'm definitely
it's Scooby-Doo shit. It makes sense. But it's just it's kind of on the line. I can see why people hate it, but I think it's very unique and interesting.
The entire sequence.
I would say
through one door,
the entire sequence.
Guys, I will ask not to describe the masturbation sequence. I do not want to push the line too much and get us taken off Podbean.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm just saying that the whole sequence is her running through one door in a hallway and then coming out of another door in that hallway and doing.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. That's dude. I should have done something like that. I completely didn't.
Just like she invites you over to her house, but you just keep running through doors. You can't find her.
Mm-hmm. Yuri coming through another door.
That's disgusting.
Anyway,
Andrew, do you have any other
images? Right, it's the guy who made Sayla from Gundam.
Yes, correct. And no, I don't want to say anything final yet, but he has mentioned to me that he's really into doing the art, and that's great because his art is really good. Yeah. But he's mentioned that if I could do the dialogue for stuff, he would do the art. So maybe we might work on another character together in the future.
Dude, bring back.
Don't know who it would be, but
bring back the Scooby-Doo gang.
No, Velma's the only one I like.
Yeah.
So.
Don't bring back Fred, please.
Why not?
Fred and Shaggy. You know, I don't like them. And then Daphne is just I don't know. She's just weird. I never really liked her. But Velma's hot. So.
I would rather you make El Shaggy Blanco better than like improve Shaggy.
Dude, how can you improve what's already perfect? How can you improve El Shaggy Blanco?
No, make him target everybody.
El Shaggy.
But yeah, I'm just really I'm kind of scared if people will compare her to Moon and shit like that. I mean, she's not like I'd say she's like if Moon is a 10, like she's like in like I don't know. 8. Most regular characters are like a 1 or a 2. She's probably like a 6 or a 7.
Out of 10. A
7.8 out of 10. Sexualness scale.
Yeah. Oh, as you know, I'm Moon's biggest fan.
So,
okay, but
I don't know.
I think a lot of the problems with Moon doesn't come from her over-sexualized nature. It's more her
mental illness and STD stuff.
I was going to say more than
Velma doesn't. Of course, Velma doesn't have any of that. But Velma does some really sexual shit, and I'm not even just talking about the masturbation poses. A lot of her later on lines are pretty sexual, and she has a very specific image that only you probably won't even ever see it. But it triggers when a male has finished and she is in her naked stage without the glasses. So maybe you can fill in the blanks there. But that was an image that Mouse made for me, which is very nice of him.
Mouse, the local Kisuke god.
Yeah, so you might see what happens doing that.
Okay.
There's shit like that, and I hope people like her, but I can completely understand why somebody would not like her. But as for me, I think she's pretty good. She's very, very unique, and she has really good art.
Yeah, I think this can kind of...
Moon's main problem with writing is that she's just, like, really cringy and, like, intentionally written badly.
Well, I mean, I actually like Moon in a weird way. I mean, I can ignore a lot of the weirder shit, but I mean, there's very few characters I don't like, and if I don't like them, I just don't play them, and I don't play any males, so it's not like I can hate on them too much.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway, that's.
I play men for like testing purposes.
Yeah.
I don't even do that.
Yeah.
Somebody else can do it.
You have no idea how efficient your characters are. Like they could be completely fucked. You would have no way of knowing.
Yeah, they just have no dialogue to men, and you'd sponsor them.
Well, that's not true because my characters. I mean, I write the dialogue toward men as if it's directed to the player because I think that's more. Yeah. So I don't. I mean, I know that if I don't need to test it with another man if I pick my character as a You see what I mean? So I
thought this
don't.
would just usually use the same sort of pool of lines for both when it comes to like accessories, minors, and majors. When it comes to like important shit, that's when I started changing lines up. But usually for like general cases, most lines are quite neutral. Like you can swap out a pronoun here and there, but they're just recyclable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, SPNatI, you got any future projects?
Basically the ones I did before. I try to keep my.
I didn't
work
talk
in
about
progress.
all my future projects.
I don't want to. You talked like
Oh, God.
15 minutes about Velma. You're done.
No,
Shut up,
you can
Andrew.
get back to me. You can get back to me
No.
when you guys talk about your
You're
project.
done. You're done.
That's one project.
Well, yeah, and you talked about it for like a year.
That was like maybe 10 minutes at the most.
That's a
don't
year
care.
in podcast time.
All right,
Yeah.
go on.
You're the
If
one
you
who
die on a
wanted to.
podcast,
You're
you
the
die
one
in
who
real
wanted to
life.
cap our time, Andrew.
I know, but go. Keep
Yeah,
it going.
SPNatI. What are your
Okay.
What's your upcoming projects?
Okay, so it's basically what I said in previous episodes. I try not to make my works in progress list get too long. I'm working on Ayla from Chrono Trigger. You can, if you want to see what her hair looks like and why I'm proud of it. It's kind of like what Launches looks like. But yeah, she's not going to wear too much. Then there's Balalaika from Black Lagoon. And,
Just keep going. I'm gonna be right back for a sec. Just keep going.
And before both of those, I'm going to do a dialogue update for Revi from Black Lagoon. So basically having her target everybody. I also just pushed an update for Jura, who's currently on the testing tables. So now she targets everybody, and she has a bunch of targeted lines. Okay, Maya
Yeah, she also has the second most lines of any character in the game, second only to Maya, also your character.
Well, I like writing dialogue.
Yeah, everybody's good at
Yeah.
doing something a certain way. He's the dialogue guy. I do the unique masturbation stages and
Anyway,
the two-layer characters.
Anyway,
I do the fucking
Jura
nothing
also has
ever.
an epilogue now, so go check that out. Which I think Andrew saw it.
It was hot. Yeah, I saw it. It was pretty good.
So yeah, I've been teasing a surprise, but I guess it's out now. You can go see it.
I like how, again, I don't want to get us banned on Podbean or anything, but I like how it was like no bullshit. It was just kind of like one big long scene, and
Well,
that was what made it good.
What would bullshit be?
Like, just a lot of dialogue
Preamble.
and shit, and just like
I
what has
mostly
happened.
like writing dialogue and preamble for epilogues, so I feel personally attacked a little.
Well, I mean, I can't help what I like and don't like. So.
I mostly just want to write like introspective shit. I have
mean,
an epilogue for a character coming that is like any of the actual good content is just a sort of afterthought. It is
What?
mostly just 30 pages of them just monologuing at you about the nature of art.
Yeah, like I basically like structure. I have a structure for my epilogues basically, which is just the first couple screens are like them talking to you, just like some dialogue justifying like why you're there and why this is about to go down, and then the rest is just dirty stuff.
Armika had maybe one line of dialogue before it got to the good stuff.
Yeah, well, I'm an intellectual, and you just you're in the gutter.
Oh fuck! You got me there.
The Zone
I'm a
Chat
selfless
one
lover.
came about from like a joke about having it be just a tasteful dinner date for Valentine's Day. So that being mostly talk.
Oh
sort
yeah,
of
I
makes
forgot about
sense,
that
'cause it
because
was-
it wasn't very memorable.
All right.
Oh yeah, it wasn't very memorable, and I should die.
Well, it was good. It was just like, oh yeah, I forgot.
All right, I'm back.
I don't blame you. Hello.
God. Hello.
I think SPNatI, do you have anything else to add? Any upcoming projects?
Sorry, I'm not trying to throw shade. I just completely forgot about that shit.
Go check
I
out
forget
Jura's
this-
epilogue. Tell me it's cool. Go check out who she targets, because she targets everybody. See if she makes you laugh.
Does she
Especially-
target Jin?
What?
Does she target Jin yet?
Jen's not out yet.
Yeah.
Targets
Not,
people that are in the game.
what kind of
and,
coward
yeah.
doesn't target characters who don't exist
Exactly.
yet?
Yeah, but anyway,
Future-proofing.
put her with Amy. Put her with Vriska. She says something for almost all of Vriska's outfits because she really
Nice.
likes fashion.
That's always good. It's always a good thing to target a lot too.
Yeah. Anyway, go try her out. See if you like her epilogue. And look forward to Revi just shit talking everybody.
I can't wait. Okay, Andrew, what else did you want to talk about?
I'll talk when you all guys are done.
No,
I mean-
go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
now we saw
well,
that.
if you were asking what I was working on,
Yeah, just what are your projects right now?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
What
I have 4
the-
characters I'm working on right now.
4, okay.
And that's characters that aren't on the testing table. So 6 total, if you're counting Velma and Armika, but they're pretty much done. One of those characters is Wendy, of course, talked about her before. Just waiting on the poses for Kuro still before I go any. So I can't really work on her right now yet.
Yeah.
Because he's doing crazy stuff with her poses. I have to see the poses. You know, I have to see her. Her images need to be finished before I write the dialogue.
Yeah.
And then there's 2 characters. I don't want to name them just yet because I don't think everybody knows yet. So keep that a secret for now, I guess. There's 2 characters that have already been in the game, but they got removed for low line counts, and I'm reworking their images and their dialogue to get them back. Actually, no, one character is still in the game. She just really needs update.
She's about to die.
Yeah. Well, no, actually, I saved her last week, but
She's right under the guillotine.
I'm
she's
frantically
in the
checking
top
the
10.
update logs.
She's
to
in
see who you
she's in
updated.
the well, it's pretty easy to figure out, but she's in the top 10 now. She was in the top 5 of lowest line counts, but hopefully this update will fix her. I'm working with Frostfire 5 on her. He helped with me on Velma's dialogue. He's pretty solid. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
So
I
that's
interviewed
good.
him.
And then there is one brand new character I'm working on. It's a 3-way collab between me, Niles, and Metalitar.
Niles.
So you can probably
Niles,
guess
like the river Niles.
Niles,
Niles.
whatever. So you can probably guess what character it is just by who I'm collabing with. But she'll be very good. I have her first stage poses are done, and that's it. So no dialogue yet, just first couple poses.
Nice.
I actually I don't know. I was thinking if I should post the image of her in the chat, but I don't know.
I don't know.
I did
They
that
can't
last
see it.
time. Remember with one of Armika's things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, fine. Fuck it. I'll do it. You can don't say the name, but you can react accordingly.
Wow, it's Thanos. Awesome.
Oh shit!
Oh, he's assembled the. Oh
Okay,
yeah.
yeah, that makes sense.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, I love Chris Chan.
No,
You did, you make him
but
sound-
you
making
know how
sound
a certain character has a certain something. Well, since she is from that series, she also does something similar. So, I don't know what kind of dialogue I'm gonna write for those.
dear.
Okay, that
No,
looks
I'm
like it's
trying to-
coming out of her vagina. That might need to be fixed. I
That
just
looks
realized
like
that.
really-
Wait, it's not supposed to be.
No, it's just supposed to be an effect coming off the ground. But
I think you might want to see a
again, this is
doctor.
really early on. This is really early
I've seen
on. but-
lightning.
her masturbation gimmick is going to be crazy. It is going to involve multiple characters.
Oh.
So
Oh god.
look forward
First
to that.
orgy.
I might have to cut it back a little bit because everybody on the dev server is saying that that's kind of a problem now. So I don't know how far I can go with it.
The first
well.
orgy happening in SPNatI.
Maybe, but yeah. So that's definitely something to look
you
forward
want
to.
you want to try to make stuff that like if someone doesn't target it, they don't look totally insane.
Yeah, I know that. I mean,
I'm
so
guilty.
I
He's
get
probably
that.
the worst offender of that.
I'll have to tone shit down a bit.
Shit. I mean, I already have something that, like, if you don't target it, you'll look stupid.
Mhm.
Not
Yeah.
utterly insane, but, like... Anyway. Now that I'm talking about myself, which is my favorite subject, I'd say Jin's gonna be out, like... pretty damn soon. Zeus is only down to like a few poses he has to make. Then I'll have him. What the fuck? Did anyone
Is that
hear that?
another
Always
bomb?
does that. We'll be fine.
Did someone hear
We'll be
like a bomb?
fine.
I don't
Is
know.
that Russian malware?
That wasn't
Yeah.
me. I don't know
Wasn't
what that
me.
was. I thought we were done
Anyway,
with being bombed.
On with the podcast. We're on a time limit.
Yeah. Shut up. We're not even half an hour in. Shut up, Yuri. I'm joking. I
I'm being
love you.
bullied.
Boy,
I'm
it felt
sorry.
like
As
2 hours.
usual.
Okay.
As
so,
usual, I'm being bullied.
because you're the you bully.
But
me
you're
all
the
time.
mod.
You bully me. She has no control here. This is my domain. This is my house.
Yeah, kick her.
Well, it
I'm
will
not
be
gonna-
after this episode.
Well, yeah. Well, bite me, bud. Anyway. So yeah, no. Jin's gonna be done soon, and I have. Well, I've gotten myself into a deep ass hole because I have like Yuri, how
Oh,
many
that's hot.
collabs have we planned so far?
All of them ever.
Every collab. Johan and I have decided that we are going to make at least every main villain from the JoJo series. And yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Are those
Oh,
all
man.
dudes?
Yes.
Oh, motherfucker!
Dude, Andrew,
Why'd you
no
do
one.
that?
Andrew.
Damn it.
Andrew.
This is my personal opinion.
Andrew.
This is my personal opinion.
Andrew, no.
I'm
Don't
an American. I have the right to
No,
free speech.
No, stop. That's not.
Hey,
I already know
we're
it's
in
gonna go.
international
No one
waters
wants to.
here.
Nobody
Yeah.
wants to
Shit.
hear you rant about how you don't like certain types of characters. Okay, so just
Alright,
shut. Just
okay.
can it.
Okay, yeah.
My stance on men in SPNatI is that there's probably a cute anime girl that you could give all that dialogue to instead.
Okay.
Exactly,
Yeah, I
exactly,
told everyone Not to
exactly.
do it. Why the fuck is everyone just gonna jump onto the let's just bash this type of character? Some people like guys too. Sometimes you just want to know
Some
what he
people,
did.
You
exactly.
can make
just
him
some-
and I'll target him. It doesn't mean I'm gonna like him.
You don't
Exactly,
have to like
dude.
him. Just stop fucking bashing it for Christ's sake. Okay, Jesus.
I don't.
Just
I'm not
shut
gonna
up,
blame.
Andrew. Just shut
Everybody.
up. Let's just move on. Anyway,
Yeah, let's talk
I will
about
very
me.
much
Can we
like
talk
to
about
talk
me?
about making without
like
you
to talk
guys.
about me.
I just want to be able to talk about the characters I'm going to be making without you guys hopping on that let's shit on it train. You're fine, but
Yeah, I'm not going to shit on anyone's
I know.
characters unless they're whatever specific
Well,
character
that's
we've
the-
decided we don't like.
I mean, like
for
if
me.
it's like an objectively badly made character, then yeah. But like
if it's like the really shit version of a certain Overwatch character who we won't name.
Oh,
It was
we can
Bridget.
make fun of that because that guy's banned.
Oh, yeah, that
just
guy's banned.
not. Anyway,
Checks
anyway, let's just move on. Yuri, talk about some
Yeah,
of the
what
characters you've made.
What am I talking about? Something I'm working on just now, or
Just the characters. Just talk about all your character row. I mean, you've already
All
talked
right,
about
well,
Kyu.
it's
So talk about
something
your.
of a meme.
Oh no.
It's something of a meme that I am juggling a lot of characters all the time.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna do the quick.
It's not a
quick
meme.
version
It's the truth.
of okay, fair. I'm gonna do the quick version of everybody that I've worked on in the last week, right?
Go for
Oh
it.
no.
So that'll hopefully narrow it down. Alright, so Q obviously couldn't and probably shouldn't be left unattended, so the plan is to eventually make the honey nut cluster table.
Honey
That's
nut.
good.
With some of the more famous faces from the Honey Pop series, like Nikki
Zoe.
and Q, and then some of the newer characters like Lillian and Zoe. Zoe is
Yay.
the next on the list, and I can literally say nothing about her because I do not want to start a fight, but I'm very excited to get her out there. So expect that at some point. I've also been working on Fran Madaraki of Frank and Fran, which is a very
She's gonna be
niche
cool.
horror
Yeah.
manga from the early 2000s. But before that, or sort of at the same time, I'm not sure yet, is her older sister, Gavril, who is another character I'm expecting to get a varied response. For those of you who aren't familiar, basically just imagine Negan from The Walking Dead, except as a tall, hot zombie girl who is also basically a transformer made out of meat.
Why don't we just
Oh.
make Negan from The Walking Dead?
I'm excited for her to break two of the pretty important records because she's going to be the tallest character in the game when she's done because she's the
What?
absolute maximum height the game can handle.
Oh my god, really?
Calculated exactly.
Yeah,
That's
and also,
funny.
I think more importantly, recent analysis of her dialogue showed that she says the word "fuck" more than she said any other word.
How many
she
times
says
did she
the
say
word.
fuck?
She says the word
That's
"fuck"
what I call
more,
edgy.
more
Yeah.
times than she says the word "the." She is shaping up to be the single most profane character in the
Hey,
game.
Yuri.
She's gonna
That's
take the
funny.
crown from Revy.
I
Yeah,
wanna
she's
know,
gonna
real
steal
quick.
Revy's crown unless you step your game
Oh
up.
my god, okay, what
Okay,
the
what was that?
fuck?
And also, she has very quick regenerative powers, so I can get away with some shit that other people could not get away with. So there are going to be some very interesting interactions with Amy when she starts just firing her gun at everybody.
Who's apparently
Um,
not as good a shot as she thinks she is.
Yeah. So also on the list is someone that you might have seen already if you've played Oshako's epilogue. because it's Himiko
Oh, no.
Toga from
Yes.
My Hero Academia. Yeah.
Oh no.
I want her to stab me in both my
Is
kidneys.
that
and I think
wait?
it's
Is that
really-
the? Is that? Oh wait,
nice to
no. That's the knife girl, right?
Yes, the knife wife. Yeah.
Who do you
wait,
think it
spoil
was?
Yanderes are hot.
They
What
are.
can I say? On a completely unrelated note, I'm also working on Giffany from Gravity Falls, who
Nice.
is, of course, a perfectly stable and legitimate piece of software who just loves you very, very much.
Are you
Oh,
Oh,
identifying
I'm excited
Yuri's
for her.
type
She's
yet?
gonna be great.
She is.
And
Are you seeing a
Yeah.
pattern in the characters Yuri makes?
people that, yeah, like, let's just say the people who liked Q's animated sprites are gonna have a very good time.
Yuri has
Because
a type, and it's girls that she probably
her
shouldn't like.
entire last stage is animated.
Oh no!
And
Blinking
GitLab's
and
basic
green.
requirements
Yeah,
for
like-
try.
We cleared a bunch of space, so it's okay. So that's why she
And now you're
breathes
filling
and
it back up.
blinks. She
Classic.
genuinely breathes.
That's funny.
And also, yeah. If you're around for a big April 1st announcement back in the day,
I was.
like 2 months ago,
I
you
was
might
too.
remember SPNatI Sama, who's a mascot
my
character invented
Nice.
solely to bully players into paying for microtransactions. And I hope to continue
way
this
to do it.
trend by releasing her as an offline-only character who'll just be the fucking worst in an attempt to sell you microtransactions that don't exist.
That's funny.
Um,
That's really funny.
like,
actually.
I mean,
I don't know if you guys remember when Vriska was 8 layers of the hardest AI and everyone complained because she was nearly unbeatable.
yeah.
You don't have
But,
to. You don't have to remember that because Captain Falcon is 8 layers of good.
But SPNatI Sama
Nobody
is
plays Captain
double
Falcon,
that. She
What?
has 16 clothing layers.
Jeez.
What?
Wait, is this Spinatricia? Is this the same
Yeah,
chick?
Patricia
Okay.
is
Spinatricia.
16 layers of hard.
She's gonna be offline only?
Yeah, because
What?
You know how
She
many
breaks
fucking
the
images that
rules.
is?
I'm pretty sure.
I mean, to be fair,
I know, but still.
her only emotions are just snark, so it'll cut down the poses a bit.
Andrew,
Oh.
you hate OCs. What do you care?
But yeah, but this is a OC that makes actual sense. It's not just some random motherfucker's waifu or some shit. It's just,
we
you
not-
know,
Can we not get
it
Andrew
makes
to
sense for
random
the
OCs
game.
as
It makes
well?
sense for the game, dude.
Yeah. I mean, we can't put floor tiles, Chan.
Yeah, I mean that wouldn't make sense at all, you
No
know.
one
But
knows what that means.
this is
Hey, that's not an
Okay,
OC.
Andrew. What if you make a story and have the character in it, so there's a source material out there? Then is that fine?
well, I wouldn't do that.
Okay,
I
but
mean,
like,
I would absolutely do that. If I
Yeah.
had like a proper published series, I would absolutely add characters from
yeah.
it.
Then
Yeah,
is,
like,
is that
what
still an
Who can
OC?
write them better than the
I was
person
like,
who
hey, I
wrote
want to
them?
make Bulma. She's my original character.
If
Yeah,
I,
it's-
right. I think the worst thing possible would be if you made your own character and then people complained about them being out of character. I think that would.
Yeah, dude, thanks for giving me that line. I'm gonna use that for the next OC.
Oh God.
Classic.
I already told
Dude, have you-
Warrior of
have you even
Odin
seen
that
this
once
source
that
material?
Alice was out of character. I think in like a
I've
bit
been-
of a quip.
I've been quite sort of quiet about this, but we were talking before about characters designed exclusively by and for lesbians. And I've been
Okay.
working on Moira O'Diordain. I can't pronounce it. I'm
From
not-
Overwatch?
Yeah, maybe a
Yo,
little
do you
bit.
wanna collab on that?
Why are we getting all these
Absolutely.
Overwatch characters before Widowmaker?
Andrew,
Because
I
her days are
mentioned-
over. Now it's time
Man.
for a fucking scientist who quotes Oscar Wilde and dances like a child at an anime rave and dresses like David Bowie.
Andrew, just get me a model and I'll fucking write.
So
Well,
is,
the model that I had for her was really shit, so I
yeah,
gotta
then
make
get
a
a
new one.
better one.
is Overwatch
I
gonna
know.
conquer Fire Emblem for like most characters?
God,
I mean,
JoJo's
they
gonna
easily
fucking
could. They
take
have.
over.
They both of those communities have so many damn normies in it.
JoJo's
with
gonna.
NMAF, no more atheism spam, please. I'm currently doing 2 characters as well. There's the long overdue Red from Transistor, who we were pushing for a Valentine's Day release, but that never happened.
It's okay.
but
Now you can be like Hex.
hopefully she'll fill up the game's mute characters quota. We'll have
Wait,
4, which is
she's
enough for
totally
a-
mute.
She's totally mute, yes, but also her boyfriend boyfriend is a sword, and her sword talks for her.
Oh, so she'll talk. She has lines.
Yeah,
right?
her boyfriend is
little
a
better.
sword.
Okay,
I was gonna say, like, how fucking long does it take to make a mute character?
All right, yeah, because I this is actually something, if you don't mind, I wanted to talk about. I was gonna make quiet, but I literally had her 80% done and scrapped her. I do not think pure silent characters belong in SPNatI. I think Link is fine for people that like him, but Neo and Chell, I don't even think they should be in the game, and I made Chell, so
I feel like they can sort of. I mean, that's sort of why I'm doing Red, is so that we have like 4 mute characters and that's enough. We don't need any other ones.
One is enough.
I mean,
yeah, okay.
I think it can be done, but you just have to put a lot of work into posing. But then that becomes an issue with space.
I'm okay with them existing, but I don't think they should be exempt from the line count.
Yeah,
because they're basically joke characters. They should be the first
pretty
to go.
much. Exactly.
Yeah. I know if I ever make like a mute character, it'll probably be an offline only, like Kuros Makara from Homestuck.
Fucking hell.
I mean, it's not like we have the popularity poll right now, and none of them are really that popular.
So yeah,
exactly.
Because
and
Bants makes this game
the only thing that would make Chell a good character might not even happen anymore. So
I'm still working on GLaDOS.
Look,
GLaDOS has just been shelved for an indefinite period of time.
Yuri, I don't say this very often. But I still kind of feel a little bad because I said I was going to help you with her masturbation poses, and then I went, oh shit, this is going to take a little bit of time, and I never did it, and I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. I have so much shit to work on.
It's really fine. Like, I can
and you knew what you were doing about that better than I did. So, but that shit would be awesome. I hope that gets finished.
Yeah. GLaDOS is sidelined because I started making her quite early on before I really understood proper mechanics, so I think I'm just gonna, at the very least, rework the dialogue completely, and probably rework the sprites on model, because they could do the polish up.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for her, dude. I think you could make her really good, and she's definitely an interesting character, and with her thing with Chell, that would make Chell actually have a purpose, so... I hope that she gets finished one day.
You could just stick Chell's model in a few of GLaDOS's images, and she'd be much better.
Yep.
Instead of
dude, whoa, that's a good idea. What if you just fucking cut Chell out of the game, and then she and GLaDOS were like a tag team duo?
Is this gonna be? I mean, is this gonna be?
GLaDOS just be like Chell?
Dude, have tag team Atlas and Peabody.
Oh, okay.
We'll see about that.
Whoa, that's actually a good idea for a unique masturbation phase for Chell, or her own masturbation phase, you know? If they came in and, you know what I mean? But they might be pushing it.
Did some shit with portals.
We would need to target that, and that's we don't need more necessary targeting.
The thing is, you know how dumbass of a character Chell is when she doesn't even have anything to do with portals at all. I mean, you're just like, come the fuck on, you know?
Does she have the portal gun?
No,
she never.
I mean, I made her a long time ago. You know, she was one of my first characters, and she was a silent character. But she's fucking ass, dude. I don't know why she's still in the game.
She doesn't even have the.
And I made her.
Why didn't you just cut her then? Like,
well, because she's from a recognizable franchise.
All right.
But
most people.
Well,
yeah,
hey guys,
that's the reason
I cut out my characters.
No. The only thing that Chell has going for her is that she's from a recognizable franchise. That's what I meant by that. I didn't mean that was the one thing, you know? So don't take that the wrong way.
It's a difficult balance.
I still have more people to fucking talk about. It's
keep going.
With NMAS, I'm also working on Akko from Little Snitch Macadamias, who's, cute witch girl. We're all on board for that.
Yeah.
Akko is also
one of our oldest emojis.
Rinka Best Girl, who we had on about a month ago. You remember him.
Yeah, he was...
And I'm also working with him on Hanako from Katawa Shoujo, for any fans of Crispy Girls. I'm using, fractals and shit to do her, and it's complicated, but it's going to be worth it because she is looking nice and crispy.
Wait, who is this again?
Hanako from Kato Shoujo. She's the cute, timid girl with the burns.
Oh, from the 4chan game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And you said Johan was working on you with her?
Yeah. So at the very least...
Damn, you just reminded me I have to cancel the collab we were working on together.
He takes like
Rip.
50 fucking seconds to make a character, and I take 6 years. So hopefully it'll balance out, and she'll actually like happen in a reasonable amount.
Yeah, that's
3
a
years.
good trade-off. The similar thing happened with me and Frost because April's been in the testing table since Jesus was born. So and I make 2 characters a week. So
Dropping straight fire.
I'm
And
just kidding. I
speaking
love
of-
Frost.
yeah,
but,
Yeah, speaking
he can
of
take a joke.
Frost, speaking of Frost, he is also helping with a revamp that I've been doing on our beloved Harley Quinn, who a lot of people feel hasn't really been done
Oh yeah.
justice properly.
I mean,
Oh no,
the plan-
she's not that great. So
plan is
I'm
to
really
give her-
excited for the.
Oh, yeah,
At
the new
least
one- the new one looks a
50%
lot
more
better.
crazy, but also like 50% more funny to balance it out.
Yeah, speaking of Harley Quinn, I really liked her first version. That was probably
Yeah.
her best version. I don't
Well,
really like this new update.
the
And
update- like this one comes with like the most hotly requested model update. It is
yeah, I know. And is she actually gonna have lines now?
black and red bodysuit from the original
Yes,
animated
of
course,
series.
that's what she needed
Good.
since day
Harley.
one.
And this
I'd
is
say-
mostly spite because everyone was like, "You can't do the bodysuit," and I was like, "Witness me." And
honestly,
the rest
like
is history.
I say either that one, which is I'm glad that one's in. That's one of my favorite looks for her, or her like Arkham City look.
Mhm.
Well,
But-
hey, I couldn't do Maya's bodysuit until Underscore was like, "Look, dipshit, this is how you do it."
we help each other.
Anyway, so Yuri, do you have any other projects you want to talk about?
Yes, I do. We're almost at the end. Thank fucking God. Also, on the horizon are both Ibuki, who is the best girl, and Miyu from Danganronpa.
Yeah,
Ibuki's a
Ibuki from Street
standalone
Fighter.
project, and Miyu is collaborative.
We said
Wow,
best
I
girl,
don't know
not
from Street
overrated
Fighter
girl,
and
Andrew.
BlazBlue.
Both of those are good.
But finally, and possibly
And
most exciting,
Makoto from Persona.
No, she sucks. Fuck her.
I think
Wow,
finally and
fuck
most
you, Andrew.
exciting would be Sosugo Hoshifuri from Hashiro Girl Drop, who's going to be released alongside a
Wait.
pretty
That's what that's
Hot-
called?
hotly requested update to the game's code by the wonderful Realm Champion. I don't want to spoil it for casual
Oh, that's
listeners
fucking cool.
/ players, but if you know anything about Hashiro Girl Drop, you can probably take a guess at what the cool new mechanic is.
The girls are gonna drop gravity mechanic added to fucking.
Absolutely, yeah.
Murder
that's-
mechanic.
That's
Speaking of
it.
Portal, fucking Narbacular drop coming in.
Nice.
Whoa.
Okay, so
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I think
that was
that's-
Yuri's
that's it.
fucking laundry list.
All right, let's get to the questions and
Yeah.
shit now.
Oh,
So-
hold on. I think
Oh, fuck's
to get to
sake.
the questions, we need like a fanfare. I have like a harmonica on me.
No.
so,
Do it. Go,
No.
hurry.
Questions.
Yay.
Hey Yuri, are you gonna? Okay,
Play
so
like Auld Lang
do you want
Syne.
me? Do you guys want me to read the questions to you, or do you all want to read our own questions?
Just read 'em
We
all.
can do a little bit of both, man.
No, that's not how this. Can't do
Yeah,
both.
all right. Right. Let's just read our own questions.
Yeah,
Let's
okay.
read our own questions and sort it
All
out.
right.
All right, can I go first?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I was saying your name.
All right, I got 2 questions. All right, what do you think is the future of SPNatI?
Well, we're gonna run out of space eventually.
yeah, sure.
Yeah, and that's when the real
Especially
innovation.
when Yuri finishes all her characters.
Fucking hell.
So
you
never.
think Yuri's gonna fucking finish her characters? That's funny.
Right. All right. You came out like a month ago. Yeah,
Right.
you came out a
So
month
it's
ago. Like it's
possible.
slow going, but it's happening.
I know. I'm joking.
So besides the space issues and shit, what else
No,
do you think might happen?
I see a lot of. I can see kind of. I think a lot of the older characters are either going to go or they're going to get major reworks. So I think
Hope they get the reworks.
Yeah, like the expected line count has increased exponentially, and I
Yeah.
think it
Oh,
is
yeah,
just
it's-
going to either
it's only
keep
gonna
going
keep
or hit
increasing.
this point where like 1,000 words or whatever is like
I don't
enough.
think-
Like anything more is excessive. But I think there will always be people pushing to have the biggest character, and I think that I don't know if that's good or bad, but it'll be a thing.
Yeah, Spinanon. Yeah, I'm joking, man. You're great. Maya's amazing. But yeah, I can
Hey,
see
man,
a lot
I
of.
do all that writing because any time that like something happens that Maya doesn't react to, it just pisses me off.
That's fair.
It's like she needs to
Wait.
she needs to be real.
Do Maya and Jura, sorry, I played too much Street Fighter. Do they react to Felicia shaving herself now?
Not yet, but they will soon.
Oh, you gotta
That's
add
next
that
up.
shit in.
That's next
Okay.
up. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I can only do so much.
It's alright. It's alright.
So yeah,
It's
I
coming
can see a lot of.
So
I can see a lot of the characters becoming like a lot more. I can see the quality of character it's gonna continue to get better. I think. I hope. I'd love to see like just the standard quality of like I want the worst quality character to still be fucking amazing quality. Basically, that's what I can see happening.
That's a good way of thinking about it.
Yeah, like you look at the if you look at the objective worst character in the game and they're still fucking amazing, then that means it's a good game.
Are we going to name any names?
I'm hoping that the future of the game is that we'll have so many good characters that we will have to have them in rotation on the online game, and then the offline game will be like a full one. Like if we have so many good characters that we cannot physically hold them all, I think that's like the dream end goal.
Because right now the offline version is like, look, this is all the shitty characters we had to cut.
Yeah,
pretty much.
I'm hoping eventually it'll be like, you know, we have too many good characters.
Yeah,
cannot physically.
Yeah, which would be interesting. I think. I can't wait to see.
All right, so
future.
my second question is: is there anything about SPNatI's history and past and stuff that you regret? Is there anything that's like, damn, it sucks that happened? This is kind of a depressing question, but I was just wondering what you guys' thoughts
I haven't really been here that long.
The good creators who left because of like shit that went down, of which there have been a couple. I feel like that's regrettable when good creators with lots of potential or with genuinely good characters sort of disappear because some things they did weren't as well received.
Yeah. I think anytime like someone leaves or like we lose a creator, even if they weren't like 100% the best, like they're still gone. They still, especially if they had characters say on the tables or characters in the game. And then
the fucking worst is when somebody has a character on the testing table, they never finish them.
Yeah, or like if someone like someone like, for example, someone who's created the whole game, just kind of we never hear from him again. That's always bad.
I miss Joseph Cantel. I've talked to him more than you guys have. He's a cool guy.
Dude, if you want to bring Joseph Cantel back, just make Waluigi and he'll come back.
No, because he'll ban me.
It's the ritual.
No,
that's how we bring him back.
But then I'll get banned.
Yeah, but you'll do us all a favor by bringing him back.
Wait a minute. This makes me think. This is like, how when like a small community like starts out good and as it gets more popular, it gets bad or whatever. That happens all the time, right?
Yeah.
Are you saying?
What if in Joseph Cantel's eyes that has happened? He's like, I don't want to be involved with you motherfuckers, and he left. And maybe in our eyes, it's
Vandred. He said, "Fucking off for life."
No, but I'm just saying, in our eyes, it hasn't got to that point yet. But in his eyes, maybe it has. I mean, that's all I can think about.
Joseph Cantel can't talk shit about his characters compared to mine. His characters don't fucking move their limbs.
I know.
I don't think Joseph.
I'm not talking about the game. I'm talking about the culture behind it.
I don't think he left because we jumped the shark. I think he just left because he's a busy guy with stuff to do. And
maybe I'm thinking way too much.
You are. I think
you're listening to this, I will fucking throw down. My characters are better than yours.
Like
Jesus Christ
and Arnie have said,
fucking fight me. He has the authority.
My characters are better than his now, just because they have gone so long without an update. It's just time, man.
Dude, you laid
the future is now, man.
On my
you laid down the cornerstone, but we built the skyscraper. Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Holy shit! I shouldn't have said anything.
He laid out the cornerstone. I handed out the applications, and now the skyscraper's built.
Golly gosh.
Fuck, okay, so who's
anyway, more questions.
Yeah, let's see. Okay, who wants to go next? Yuri, you go next.
Yeah, okay. So if two astronauts were on the moon and one of them killed the other with a rock.
Yuri, I told you I answered that question. I answered that question. You can't ask it again.
Okay, so which characters or which kinds of characters do you enjoy targeting the most?
All of them, all the time, everywhere.
Any characters that have a unique masturbation or stripping sequence.
All
right, next question.
Oh wow, okay.
Is Spinano not a person?
He just hates targeting everything.
Is Spinano not a person anymore?
Yeah, I guess he just hates
targeting. It's basically like the same answer. Like that's where you can get the most. Well, it sort of depends because like with something like Amy, she's pretty unique, but there's really only two reactions you can have to that.
That's terrified and aroused.
Yeah, which is like holy shit, stop shooting, or like that's fucking awesome. So
Jin
there's
gets
really
bored,
not a whole lot of
actually.
room for creativity there.
Actually, Jin just
True.
kind of is bored with it. Like, after the first part, he's just kind of like, wow, you're doing that again. Yeah,
Q
that
just
got
gives
old.
like a cursory, I'm screaming on the inside, and then never mentions it again.
You know, Jin just kind of gets scared, and then he's like,
Like, she doesn't have any scared poses, because she has no need for them. She has, like, disgust, but those are really rare, so...
I mean, the most fun is like when you're writing a character, you're writing lines to a character that it's in active development, and you get responses, and they have an actual conversation.
Yeah, that is good.
That's what it's
Yeah,
good.
that's
like,
cool
It feels
shit.
organic.
my favorite
And
characters.
instead of like your character asks them a question 3 times in a row and gets no response,
Yeah,
just
You
fucking
know.
stone-faced.
yeah. Anyway, Yuri, next question.
Yeah, which conceit or gimmick that hasn't been done yet would you most like to see in a SPNatI character?
I'd like to see a character who just kind of fucking... I actually don't know. I'm going with this. But, yeah.
You okay?
No, I'm
Do you know
not.
words?
I'm not
Do you,
okay.
do you remember words?
Well, I'm not okay.
Okay.
But no, actually, I'd like if a male character, flirted with every female in the game. I think that'd
Oh,
be
gee,
a
I
very
wonder
cool
what's
thing.
happening.
Yeah, it is. And his name's Yuichi motherfucking Jin. And I'm making him.
How about you, fine gentlemen? Do you have anything to add?
Nope.
I don't
No.
know. It's kind of hard to like think of like a gimmick.
Yeah.
Like with Balalaika, if you don't know, she like commands. She's like the boss of the Russian mafia, and she has like a bunch of soldiers at her disposal. So I'm gonna have her like order her soldiers to strip her.
Oh, that's cool.
She can
It
break
might be
me.
similar to something that I have planned for one of my
Yeah.
characters.
So it's gonna start off with like take my coat, and then it's gonna be like get over here, you pussy, undo my bra.
Yeah, that's good shit.
Get your
And they're gonna be like all worried about her, and she's just like, don't fucking make a big deal about it.
God, I wish.
Yeah, but like, I think if I talked about any things like that, like any gimmicks for my characters, be spoiling it. So I'm gonna keep quiet.
I think
Right.
I think the
Since my
worst.
question,
Yes,
Sorry?
Yuri.
I was saying, since my questions were so fucking shitty, does someone else want to go?
Yuri, you're okay. It's just that these guys are assholes. I'm joking.
just
I
banter.
love
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Anyone who disagrees with me is the asshole. I can't be the asshole. I can't have done anything wrong.
You're fucking
It must be
Scottish.
you
and can't
three.
handle the banter? Come on.
I think
Americans showing you up.
I think the worst thing in life, though, is the fact that Balalaika will never order you to undo her bra. And I think, why live?
I'm sure we can find better girls.
Yeah.
Just
Fuck you.
join Hotel Moscow.
Okay, done. So,
Is that like
Spanon.
Hotel Mario?
No,
Spanon.
it's not. It's
It's
well,
like
it's more
Hotel
murder.
California, but it's in Moscow.
It's
Such a
lot
lovely
more
place. Such a
crime.
lovely place.
Fucking hell, Spanon,
You
go.
can't check out of Hotel Moscow.
You cannot check out of Hotel Moscow.
All right,
You're
you wanna?
staying-
All right,
What
my
kind of
question
fucking
now, I guess.
accent was that?
It's a fucking I gave up on life, Yuri. Don't fucking judge me, eh?
All right, can we
Anyway,
get back on on
let's
track
get
here?
back
Spanon,
on
go.
track.
Okay. So, what do you think is like the biggest hurdle to creating a new character? And that's not just for a new creator. Like that's whenever you start a project. What do you think is the biggest hurdle?
Generic lines. Like when you're talking about other characters with generic lines, because you want to have them be detailed enough to be interesting to like read, but also you can't be too specific because they're generics.
Yeah, I think that the first starting step is like finding a good model, because the worst fucking shit in the world is when you finish a character and then you have to redo all their art because the model sucked, you know?
Yeah.
So that's definitely something you gotta make sure everything's all good.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with the generic lines thing personally, because like redoing the art is bad, but just generic line, you have to insert like the right amount of character, and like they can't be too long, and you have to like insert the right amount of like references to the source material, but it can't be like all forced.
Alright.
You all right there?
That was me dragging my laptop back over to me. Oops, sorry.
Okay. So next
I
question.
thought you sneezed.
Yeah.
No,
Alright, so
if I sneeze, it would sound worse than when the nuclear bombs go off.
okay.
Oh, that's a reference to the Fallout series of games.
No, it's not.
No, it's
it's
not.
a reference to.
Let's date this episode by saying that they just announced a new one
No,
today.
Yuri! No. This is the
A
year
new game that Todd
20XX.
Howard can bombard us with.
Yeah, I've been seeing him already post about it on 4chan.
Skyrim for
People
the
buy
Pet
it.
Boy win. Skyrim for the Pet Boy win.
Anyway,
The most
sure, let's
editable man
continue.
of all time. Well, anyway. Okay, so now this is for new creators specifically. So if someone wants to make a new character for the first time, they haven't done anything for this game, what's the first thing they should do? Like, what's the first steps they should take?
Well, I think they should look through the other characters' files just to see what's going on. Read the
They should-
character tutorial.
What they should do
ask
is-
people on Discord what they recommend that they read and shit and guides and stuff. And then from then on, I would say either get the character editor or open up an Etherpad and just start working on it.
I think, selling your soul over to the Discords is the most important thing because it gives me complete control over you.
You have no goddamn control.
Oh,
anymore.
yeah?
You can't do anything to me anymore.
Did you hear
Already
that sound? That was Zuja getting banned from the Discord.
Oh shit, where did the Discord go? Oh no. I'm joking, I'm still here, fucker.
I can
What are you
play the
gonna do?
harmonica into a microphone. I mean, if that's punishment enough.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do to me, Yuri? What can you do to me? Yeah, you're shitty at the harmonica, now what?
I mean,
Anyway.
I can do it
I think it's a
louder.
pretty good harmonica.
It was, I know, but I'm just trying to make them feel bad because I feel bad about myself. Anyway, I think the first thing
I'm
they should do.
sobbing.
No, you're not, you liar. I think the first thing they should do is pick a character.
Yeah, choose one character and focus on
Yeah,
them.
and don't
Make it
fucking
make
post a
it-
list of 30 different characters. Say, somebody please make these.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's the thing, like, making one character takes a long fucking time.
Making 16.
Well, actually, no, it doesn't. I can do 2 characters in a week.
Oh, fuck off,
All right.
Andrew.
If you don't have 3 years of fucking experience,
Yeah, that's true.
Why didn't you
Long
write
time.
that fucking Philia dialogue already then?
Nope.
yeah. So pick one character and make them.
What's
I'm not
that,
working on her.
16?
I just set up
Okay.
I just set up Philia's Etherpad. I'm not working on her.
Guess I'll just fucking
And
die.
don't make it another fucking Fire Emblem or Danganronpa or Ruby character. We have
Yeah.
enough of
I'm gonna make all of
Maybe
them.
one more Overwatch character if it's a certain character that rhymes with Widowbaker.
Oh,
But other than that,
you mean Roadhog, right?
fuck you. That doesn't even rhyme with that at all.
Roadhog.
Roadhog for SPNatI win.
I think I would resign.
Okay, good. So
Oh,
we
wait.
have to make him now.
Yeah, we have to kill Andrew.
Yeah.
Man,
Yuri.
this is not something you want to do.
Yuri,
It's an assassination attempt.
Yuri, do you think you can make a model?
No, I cannot.
Damn it.
I already made.
Yeah.
I already made Johnny from The Room. What more do you want?
Oh,
from
you
me?
did? Can you send me that? I love fucking that guy. What's that guy's name?
Tommy was up.
Tommy
Tommy
Wiseau.
Wiseau.
Tommy Wiseau. I keep wanting to call him Mark from The Room.
You're tearing
That's
me
not
That's the
Mark,
other guy. That's the
Claire.
other guy. That's
That's his
Greg
best friend.
Sestero. That's Greg
Have you even
Sestero.
seen The Room, you fake fan?
I've seen The Room 3 times. I've seen The Disaster Artist twice. I'm just
Wait.
really drunk.
Christ.
Fake fan. Fake
No.
fan. Anyway, next question.
Okay. So when you're writing a character, which is
Oh yeah, that
is a big deal.
looks just like him.
Yeah. How do you balance like the sexual, like pornographic nature of the game with like staying in character? Because obviously, unless the character's like really sexual, you have to bend it a little bit
Well-
to even have them there in the first place.
Yeah,
chose
I
a
think
perverted
you start with
character.
their base personality and you just make them a little sexier. Maybe the first couple stages they could be really like their main personality, but as they get into the game, they have a little more sexual dialogue. I think that's
Yeah.
probably the best way to do it.
So yeah, what's the line on like what you should or shouldn't do? Like how far should you go?
Well, in my opinion, I'm probably the wrong person to ask this question because,
You're
in
the
my
wrong person
opinion,
to
I don't
ask
think there is a
a lot of
limit. I
questions.
mean, I think that characters should just like fucking have straight up sex in their masturbation sequences. But I know that is an unpopular opinion, especially with the mods. Cough, cough. So
because we kind
I
of
don't
want
know.
quality in our game, Andrew.
Yeah.
What? It is quality.
I mean, I
It's a little
pretty
thing
much
called being tasteful.
Yeah, well,
just
I don't. I'm not.
forget
I think.
entirely.
I don't. I don't care about that because, like, if you want to put sex in the game, just put it in an ending.
I think it's a porn game, and we should do whatever pornographic shit
I
we
mean,
want.
I completely
fucking
forget
epilogues are
about
for.
the nature of the game,
There
and
we
I
go.
just write them as they are, and that works for, I guess, Q. But like, shit with just like Gavril being just fucking dismembered by a hail of bullets.
Well, I mean,
realize-
saying it like that, it sounds fucking nasty, but in the game, it's like, oh yeah, that's kind of cool, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it is just like really dark comedy where she's mildly annoyed.
Hey, you know that's someone's fetish, so
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
It's
We should
Yuri's
be
fetish.
patient
Yeah,
to
but-
them.
it's a
That's the
Yuri's
real
fetish.
question.
As long as she doesn't freak out, nobody else will.
Yeah, she just doesn't give a shit. She's like, oh, I'm slightly annoyed now.
Oh wow, thanks, bud.
You got blood on my good leather jacket.
Yeah. So, does anyone else have like an answer to that?
How to balance the sexual need. I mean, I wouldn't know because I chose a perverted character as my first one. So,
I think that's, for like a newbie, that's probably a good start, because
Hey.
then you don't have to try very hard. Like, if it's your first
Ow.
character, going for someone who is more like that can be easier, because then you don't really have to stretch that far.
Thanks, Yuri. That really helped my self-esteem.
No, I mean, I'm saying, it's like a
I know.
first character, it's a good entry point, because then you don't have to do much bending of the character, like, they just slot into the setting quite nicely.
Like, if you want to know,
I mean, the same applies for Q.
there are two instances where Jin approached someone and slapped them on the ass, and one time he just got yelled at. The other time he got literally knocked out. Like, not knocked out, but knocked out his ass. Yeah, he walked over, slapped a girl in the ass, and she punched him in the face. And then he gave her some advice for a battle, and she was like, "Oh, okay." And the thing is that makes it the best is like he knew he knew he was gonna get punched in the face. He can see the future.
I can see the future.
So knowing
All right,
dead
yeah.
well he was about
Anyway,
to
do
get
we have any other questions in the mailbag?
Yeah, we do. Okay.
I have one more question, which is just sort of a fun one. I'm sure Andrew will like this. So,
All right.
out of all the characters in SPNatI, which do you think is like the most physically or sexually attractive?
Amelia.
Okay,
Okay, she's not in the fucking game.
Okay,
Yeah.
then Armika.
I'm
If
gonna
she had
say
pews. If Armika had pews.
Well, you
it's
fucking
gotta
hater.
be Moon, because more is better. Like, the more intensely sexual, the better. So Moon is the pinnacle.
Oh, well, this
but
is
it-
what's the most sexual character? Or what character
But-
we think is the sexiest?
Oh no, it
it's
is
the
what
one
character
we
we
think
think
is
is the
the most
sexiest.
Oh,
but
okay.
More sexual is sexier, so that's why Moon is objectively the most physically attractive
Yeah,
character.
Rinka's really hot
But-
too.
Excluding
Rinka is
Moon, I'm gonna have to say Jura, because
Hey.
the world is
Yeah.
cold and hard, and the titty is soft and warm.
Yeah, but Jura is shaved.
Okay,
Yeah.
Andrew, we get it. You like if you like it, it has to be the best.
I just want to go in for a smooth landing, man.
I think you know what? You know who I think's really hot? Fucking Black Rose.
Oh yeah,
She's
she's
pretty
pretty
cute.
hot
She's really
too.
cute.
But
Another one that's really hot, another character. I think every character in the game, no, not every character in the game.
Metaton.
No, yeah, that's why.
no.
That's why I stopped myself
Believe
there.
that.
Yeah, I dodged that bullet. If the character can break my arm with no hesitation, let me talk, with no hesitation and little effort, I think she's perfect. So, or
Also,
if they have
Vriska's
thick
good.
thighs that
Vriska-
can
And,
strangle
Vriska
me.
is good. Vriska is a delight.
Yeah,
you know who is probably gonna be a hot character when she comes out?
Velma. Yes, we know.
Check the chat.
Yeah, we
Yeah. You know who else is going to be a hot character when they come out?
Caleb.
Ah, no.
Shit, guys,
literally
we're the
none of
FBI.
because it'll
Chris
never happen.
Hansen on me if I say Caleb.
I will call Chris Hansen and he'll come tell you to have a seat.
Wasn't he arrested?
Well, he wasn't arrested. He just cheated on his wife. You can't get arrested for that.
Yeah,
With a
no.
child?
It's
But
not
it
illegal.
wasn't with a child. It was a consenting adult.
Okay.
That
Thank
would have
God.
been really horribly ironic if he had.
Yeah, he was caught on like a hidden camera, which I think was quite ironic. But I feel like talking about the life and times of Chris Hansen in our game development podcast is getting kind of off topic.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yuri,
Well, we totally
that's
stay on
kind of
topic all the time.
Okay,
Yeah, I mean,
well,
obviously.
since we have time constraints,
on
I'm not gonna bother with my shitty questions. So
No, give me your
No.
questions, you fucker!
they're fucking
Ask
terrible
them.
anyway. We have to.
Them.
We don't have a
Ask
lot of
them,
time.
covered.
Andrew's gonna
Ask
have an
them.
aneurysm if this is too long over an hour.
I don't care really. I was just trying to say that
I
was
know.
probably a good way to
Well, yeah, I mean
good,
we're at
target to
a
set it.
hour
Ask those
10 right
questions,
now.
or I will ask them for you, you fucker.
Do it. Go.
You can't do them if I delete. Okay, what type of
Do it.
lines? Like which type of lines are the hardest for you to write?
Generic lines.
Again,
Yeah.
gonna say generics targeting other players, because
I mean, more specific.
I really like writing generic lines, so I'd probably say target lines for me.
yeah,
But
like I like
get what you guys are
generic
talking about.
lines that are just like talking about like hand quality or talking about themselves, because they can talk about themselves. But when it's like talking about an unknown other, that's when it's quite hard.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, you need something that'll basically apply to anyone, which is not easy.
So, like any article of cooling from any person, and that's very hard to do.
Yeah, you don't want to frilly gun it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Watch your grammar with generic lines, because you'll get shit like, that's a frilly guns, Revy.
what's your favorite event in the community that you were around for or that you heard from?
Well,
Heard of?
you know, say what you want about it, but the hype leading up to it, and then the day it came out, the Extreme Exhibitions update was a lot of fun. And I don't know. I guess probably the April Fool's update in recent times was pretty funny. Thanks, Yuri, for that one.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, anytime a new character comes out is always fun.
Okay.
But the Thong update was pretty
Kind of
cool. I
wanted only
guess.
one answer, Andrew. You just gave every event that's ever happened.
I don't know. I was just talking.
Yeah, like, if someone else-
Definitely some
someone
cool events were all the offline edition things I made. I mean, those get tons of upvotes. People must like those.
Oh yeah, that's
Well,
cool. I love SPNatI
At the time of this
edition.
recording, the popularity poll, like the resort poll, to like sort which characters are going which ones are on the first page, that's going on right now, and that's always cool.
That's a good, it's a good event
Yeah.
to see. You know
Yeah.
who's good. I'm actually surprised Felicia is she's in a pretty good spot. I mean, she's like in the
Yeah,
top
I've
50
been
or so.
voting for her.
She's good. I'm glad
yeah.
people like her.
Yeah, I
It's
like
just
her a
cool
lot.
to see like who actually gets played the most, like who do people like the general, like we talk to each other a lot because like any like developers, but just like the general player base.
Yeah, because we don't hear a lot about like if you just looked at the Discord and thought that was everyone, you think this is like a really small unknown game, but there's a lot of people who play this thing. We just never hear from them.
Yeah, because they don't talk about it. I mean, I'd say so many people do that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it was just us voting on that, then Moon would have like 7 votes and they'd all be Yuri's.
Yeah.
Maybe one from me, just as because I got really drunk one time and voted for every character. I just kind of clicked through literally every character except Mettaton.
Oh yeah.
Just
I think
because like
Mettaton
that's
has
when I
the
caught.
worst performance out of anyone.
Is he gonna get
Say
removed
what
soon?
you
I mean,
will.
come on.
Say
come on.
what you will about Moon, but
But Moon is better than
as a
Mettaton.
character, she has a character. You
Oh,
know
yes,
what you're
she does.
getting. You can look at a line and say, that is a Moon line. I know who is saying that line.
Yeah,
That's true. I mean, that's
Moon-
true for Mettaton as well.
Yeah, I guess.
I'd say
No,
that's
it is.
around true for
No, it
almost anyone Dranky has
Dude, you don't
made.
play with dudes at all. What the fuck do you know?
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
No,
yeah,
neither
that's
do
true.
you,
I'm just saying
Spanner.
Mettaton is a dumb character.
Well, you
that's
know,
quite rude.
Undertale, so naturally he's dumb.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's quite rude.
Dude,
Do you think
have we
Toby
talked about-
Fox, Toby Fox is listening to this right
no,
now?
he's not. Have we talked about the amount of support for Chara? Everybody like saying, "Please add her back, please add her back." Just all those
No,
crazy
we haven't,
people.
and I'd rather we not.
Which
Yeah,
really
I
fucking
mean-
pissed off Arndress.
Yeah, which is good. I like. it when
Everyone
he
really
says-
wants
when he puts the
Chara
shit
back,
down
despite
like
the
that.
fact she was like the first one we voted out.
Yeah,
Like, no one wanted her until she was gone,
Mhm.
which
that is for
bizarre.
sure.
But in regards to my favorite event, besides the time we all pooled our money to commission erotic fan art of the very concept of floor tiling.
Wait, that
Uh,
actually happened?
Oh yeah.
I kept
I've not heard
trying
back
to
from the guy,
pay
but that's
for it.
something.
I kept trying to pay for
but,
it entirely, but Johan got mad at me.
Yeah, we all got mad at you. You shouldn't pay for it all.
Why not? I want it to happen the most, so I'm gonna spend.
Let's not do this on the podcast. I think one of my favorites was we do contests on the Discord, usually for like a prize of targeted lines, sometimes some Steam keys, where people like make models for characters and things like that. And I think one of my favorites had to be the fusion contest, where you would take 2 or more characters and then you'd create like you'd like average out the difference.
Yeah, boy.
And there were some really cool creations from that, and that was a lot of fun. And we all just had a really good time, and I think it was one of the biggest events that we've all sort of come together to do as a community.
Yeah, that got like 60 entries.
I wasn't there.
Yeah, on the comments for this podcast, I can post like the Imgur album of all the models we got for that.
You should do that.
And the sequel, which just finished up.
Send me the link to it afterwards, and I'll put it on when I upload. I'll put it on the Reddit post for it.
Sure.
Okay.
I can put it right here in the chat.
I mean, not right now because I'm not gonna be touching it until Sunday. So
put up a link to like the Hanako sprite as well, because I want people to see the crispy girl. I want them to. Wow, that's rude. We were talking about her, and now no one will know who she is.
People can fucking Google. They really want to know.
You can't Google the model that's not released yet, dumbass. Yeah.
No, I didn't mean the model. I meant the fucking character.
I think she was talking about the model.
Once Hanako and Balalaika get finished, we can put her with Kyoko, and then we'll have 3/4 of the burn table. The bacon table.
Deadpool.
Put May there as well. Put May on it as well.
Okay, anyway, so... Do you wanna call it there?
Yeah, I think that's been a good podcast.
Yeah.
Okay,
so I'm gonna have any
to talk about things. Yeah, anything else that you want to say?
I have some important stuff to say now, though. So, this is going to be the last episode where Andrew's joining us.
Yes.
Yeah, he wants to put time to focus on making 300,000 characters in under a year.
See.
In under a year. Yeah, he wants to put more time towards making characters. So, yeah. So, if you're listening to this and you know how to edit audio, just please, we need an audio editor.
Just what?
Now. Just kind of hit me up. You know, we need an audio editor now because you're not going to do it anymore after this.
That's true.
Yeah, and I don't know how to edit audio, and we want to put music.
It's not that hard.
I'm fucking. I also have a lot of shit I have to do. Like outside of this, I don't have time to be editing the audio or to like be learning new things. I don't have time for that.
That's understandable.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't really know how to do it, but I do have access to audio editing software. So.
Like, yeah, it should be easy. I just am really stupid. I can't figure it out. But anyway, yeah. Other than that, thank you all for listening. I'm Zuja.
I'm SPNatI.
I'm Andrew.
I'm your space pirate.
And enjoy being a horrible, degenerate human being by playing pornographic games. When you should be
That's insulting to our fan base.
When you should be talking to Jesus Christ.
Song.
When you should be talking to Jesus Christ about porn.
I mean, if them playing it is bad, what does it make us for making it?
It makes us good because 2 wrongs
make
what?
Right. Anyway, here he plays off with the song.
Yeah, I'll play us off with the song. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song.
It's not a fucking piano.
Yeah, but it has a harmonica in it. I do this shit for a living.
No, yeah.
And how much
you
money
play the harmonica badly for a living?
How are you still eating?
She isn't. Have you heard what she eats for dinner? She said she bought caddy.
I ate a 50-pence pizza and some extreme sour apple chewits for dinner. This is the life of a stand-up comic.
Oh god, okay.
Oh yeah, you want to end off with your comedy routine?
No.
No, because
prepared.
Wouldn't you have to sit down for that?
Yeah, like I have a...
You can't stand up.
Okay, anyway.
I don't have a type 5 prepared and my comedy is too controversial.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you all for listening to this mess of a podcast. Yeah. Boom. Peace out.